nice snowball here. Alchemist is going to stun himself, but there's just way too many heroes. Kerr will also go down. 5K network lead here, 17 minutes in. And just for a second, take a look at that network bar in Alchemist. It is ginormous. And IG. This round, they can go for the GH for the quick kill if they want. I think they're seeking for a bigger kill.
They see Miracle. This is the hero.
Take a look at that network bar in Alchemist. It is ginormous.
And IG making the right calls here. They get the kills and then they transition straight into a tier 1 tower. They want to further eviscerate Liquid's ability to get out on the map. So now only the tier 1 mid left standing as far as those outer structures go, and they get the jump here. You can see, like, when that happens, Liquid just, they don't really ever reply. They're constantly getting caught off guard, especially when it's nighttime. It will now be day. They'll maybe have a little breathing room, but I mean, Lumi, does Liquid have to change something? Can they afford to, like, give up these kills, just try to farm, turtle up for late game? Do they have to take some risks of their own? Is there an item they're waiting for? Like, what sort of adjustments do you want to see out of Liquid?
I think they just have to keep taking risks. They are so far behind, and they have a lineup that needs a ton of items to operate. You know, Miracle Invoker takes a while to get online. I think the adjustment is going for those Lincoln Spheres that the panel has mentioned. Miracle is going for it right now. Weaver, I think, needs to go for one as well. You just need to make sure that you're surviving against these Bat Rider lassos. Miracle, though, Sunstrike kill, I believe, in the base.
Yeah, almost killed one off. Matumba Man.
Connecting on two. Blaster back in with the flame break. XXS. Oh, OP. He even finds Matumba. Ends the killing spree, but the combo comes through. Miracle roasting up the wolf and donning his hide. Surprise. 3 do fall for Liquid, but they get the Aegis. They do manage to kill off the Lycan. They keep their Invoker alive. So, again, not the greatest fights for Liquid, but definitely could be worse.
I think it looked pretty good for Team Liquid at the beginning, but as soon as they took down the Aegis, I think they just needed to get back. They, even with the Invoker coming in, they ultimately don't have enough firepower to take down OP a second time. And speaking of OP, he is BOTs, he's working on the Manta style, and that split push that you keep referring to is coming, and it's coming very fast. What is the answer for the split push? I have no clue. I mean, Invoker could help with Forge Spirits, Weaver can take down some of these illusions, but I think OP will just be absolutely everywhere.
What I love about this build in this particular game is that they can take advantage of those lane being pushed in, right? They have a lot of heroes that scale well. Stalker from the support role. Obviously the Lycan, the Bat Rider can certainly use the farm, and they have really good map control to follow up on towers falling, on waves being pushed in, and punish it with the vision game and with the pickoff. So it's not just split push without a follow-up, it's split push with a purpose. For the jump on the mid lane again, it's XXS, and he catches the save. Kuro, no escape, silent stop, dealt with early, good familiar stuns by GH. Still, the chase is on. Can they follow this up with another tower? They look for more. Pounding GH from the side, XXS blinks in. The swarm descends, and IG keep the ball rolling. Multiple kills at nighttime. Towers claimed. They managed to get a deep ward down. While that was all happening, are behind this tier 2 tower in the mid lane. So again, they're not just getting the kills, they're following it up with crucial objectives and setting up for the next fight.
Yep. All the meanwhile, their economy game is going strong. Boboka is constantly providing vision. Speaking of which, Matumba Man thinks he's safe, thinks he's farming, and the gank is coming.
You wanted a Lincoln Sphere for him. The lasso is still cooling down, so they need to get up the silence or time lapse out, but it's on cooldown. Flame break back in, with the silence coming through. The cold feet, ice blast. The bug is squashed. IG making it look easy versus Liquid.
Again, another gank without flaming lasso. As Team Liquid, what do you do against this? You can't farm. They have to take these risks. They have to get out there and farm, because that's how their lineup operates. But right now, IG is just giving them absolutely no breathing room. One thing I do want to revisit is the question I brought up with the Necro books. As the game moves on, you can see that these Necro 3s are so effective. There are 2 Invis heroes on the side of Team Liquid, the Sakuchi from the Weaver, as well as the Ghostwalk from the Invoker. And with the pop of the book, both those abilities are out of the window in terms of effectiveness. So, really good choice here from Bergen. I like the fact that he itemized back into a blast. A very standard build, but again, the name of the game here for IG is about armor stacking. Make sure that you just don't give away any easy kill. And every piece of armor you stick on your heroes is going to make that happen.
OP with his
Two pairs of boots shoving in this middle lane, looking for the tier 2. But here comes Liquid on the wraparound. Mind control, stacking up the quills. OP's the man in front. They want to find something a bit tastier on the backside. So they sneak around. They try to get the jump on IG, but that's damn hard when they can fly. The bat jukes away and OP rushes in. Straight onto the bristle. Nails it with the ice blast into his cross. Where he dies. Now looking on the other side of the fight for Miracle. They take him down too. IG completely overrunning Liquid, and now
this could be Rax right here.
Might even be
60 seconds before Rax comes back. What are they going to do against this?
They can go top Luby. They can maybe get 2 without the Invoker. Can they cut the wave? Can they slow this down? Where are the answers for Liquid? Where is the Liquid from the group stage? IG are absolutely astounding in this game, number 1. Good stall though by GH with the familiar stunt, but they keep on smacking here. Melee Rax dropping, will go down. Familiars being farmed up, still no Invoker. 25 seconds without Miracle. But IG, content with their 1 lane advantage, won't push it further. They back away. They know the next Roche could be up now, and if not now, very soon. So they're going to wait for that next stage.
Matumba Man trying his best to get the creep wave pushed out on the top, but quickly answer back as Alchemist. LD, it might be too soon to talk about game 2. Because you have a chance to hold for a late game comeback if IG starts to make a mistake, but let's assume that IG does have this game. Is there anything from the draft that you might want Kuro to change? Because I do feel like Kuro got someone out drafted here.
I like the bans from IG in phase 2. There was a game that Liquid played against EG where they went for like mega push. I think they had like a Visage, Broodmother mid, 5th pick, which caught their opponents a bit off guard. I want to say there was like a Lycan or a Lone Druid in that game as well. So I think IG definitely watched that replay. You saw their second stage bans were very targeted, but hold that thought because IG, they know this game isn't over yet. They want to secure the victory. The snowball, good. Retaliation from Kuro, but now he's being controlled by the Night Stalker. Baboka's in through the rear. The Ice Blast comes through. Another connection with the Flame Break. That teamwork making the dream work for IG.
Okay.
They will shatter too, and now again continuing pursuit. Liquid will keep the Invoker alive, and Matumba Man hanging on by a thread, but the chase is on. If they can keep the vision, Matumba's in trouble. Time lapse, lock him down and finish him off. IG putting a bow on it here, and now Shrines on the menu.
Roshan is back in about 5 seconds or so just swoop in, check it with the bow, and take it after that as well.
So yeah, I mean, if it goes to that game too, I would like to see GH on something where he can have his playmaker, maybe he takes on the Tusk. Obviously, Kuro is a fantastic Tusk, and ever since the departure of Jerax, he's really stepped up.
Yeah, I mean, you were asking about GH this game, and I said, you know, I don't think he's going to show up because of the lineup and how it is. We're going to watch this team fight one more time. At the beginning of the fights, looking pretty good for Team Liquid, especially with Batrider wasting the lasso on Miracle's Lincoln Sphere. But as the fight dragged on, they just figured out, we can't kill this Alchemist. Alchemist is chasing us down with these Necrobooks. Once again, IG just flexing their muscle.
I will say, never sleep on a Miracle Invoker, but that said, this ward, Luby, this ward will make life very difficult for Liquid. IG, perfect formation here to anticipate this Liquid expedition. Kuro leads it boldly forward, and the smoke is revealed by the least gankable hero on the team. They're going to try anyway. OP does get locked down by the shards. He actually gets pushed away from his team, about as good as it gets, but they can't focus him down. He just waltzes away. All the while, the rest of IG weren't really doing anything, but now they make their move. Lasso, Ice Blast, connecting on 2, and in a song of ice and fire, Liquid are overrun. Kuro gets brought down. 3 hit the deck. Now back for mind control, turning him into Chop Suey. They will kill him off. Chat wheel being spammed, and now Roche is next. IG putting on a clinic here to open up this TI.
True thing about this draft for Team Liquid, it's not their group stage draft. Group stage draft, they always have some mega push. Yeah, sure, you got Visage, you got that Invoker, but I don't think it's enough push, at least not the same standard as Team Liquid showed.
It's a slower push. It's a push that takes a lot of time and time to come online, and IG have not given them that time.
Second thing about this draft, 2 games that Team Liquid lost out of the 3 games that they lost in group stage was to a Batrider. I think looking into the game 2 draft, I think you might want to take out the Batrider, especially against one of the best Batrider players in China. XSS has been absolutely spectacular in the hero.
Or have a counter. You know, they picked both of their supports to open the draft, but I think IG did recognize that. They didn't expect that mid to core Visage that sometimes Notel runs, and as a result, they've been able to punish with the bad pick. So IG move in, looking for the flank is Matumba Man, but already the base is in shambles, 2 lanes down. From bad to worse for Liquid. IG gonna retreat now. They've been systematic thus far. Still have some time here with their Aegis, their cheese. Any reason not to just walk down bottom lane and go for the Megas?
Maybe wait for natural nighttime, just to make sure that you have a very, very long team fight. The one thing that we haven't really mentioned at all, hold that thought here as Q will go down, but we'll do some damage to Matumba before he dies.
Uh-oh, not worth it if he gets caught out.
No Lincoln Sphere.
Just no time lapse. He already used it to try and get out of there safely. And IG pursue him. They see him Sakuchiing through the wave. They expect him in the trees. It looks like he's juked it. He will TP out. So a little space created, but they're going to need a lot more of that. IG still hunting for him. Now maybe just going to back away and wait for all 5. Wait for that Ice Blast, and like you said, wait for that natural nighttime coming soon.
Also, OP is very close to finishing as Shiva's guard, so having that extra bit of armor allows him to tank in the front. Although it doesn't feel like he even needs it. He's been pretty much immortal throughout this whole game.
Liquid hanging on by a hope. Probably a prayer as well at this point. They do have the gem to try and deal with IG, but now the issue is going to be, like, you might even see them coming. Doesn't matter. They're getting to that level of farm on IG where they don't have to catch you off guard. They don't have to necessarily have the vision advantage. So this gem will help, but will it be enough? And now there's a BKB. BKB lasso, your only counter initiation is what? A snowball save? That's basically it.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You know, you pray on the Lincoln Sphere, you pray that the snowball gets there. The BKB just makes the life a little bit easier for XSS, but the overall game plan hasn't changed for either team.
IG just gonna start battering down this bottom lane, it appears, as they congregate. Burning looking to join the squad. Assault Cuirass completed for him. He has been the siege engine to back up the Alchemist as the frontline tank. Now the Shiva's coming out and gets aggressive. Charging in, lobbing in the stun, going for GH. Even through the pipe, the damage is substantial. They try to slay the beast, but the Alchemist shrugs it off, forcing Liquid on their heels, chewing through the Bristles HP. I'm the real tank now, says OP. This is not your bristleback of 3 to 6 months ago. GH now taking the stun again and Burning racing onto him. They turn back for mind control. Miracle sounds the retreat with the deafening blast, but Kuro is caught in the crossfire. A second hero down, the support duo of Liquid that has been so instrumental in their run to first place in the groups has been very quiet in this game. 1, 2, and 13 combined.
The 2 support player to me was, they had no role in the early game. They had no good lanes to gank. They weren't able to win their own individual lanes when they weren't ganking. They weren't stacking like you were mentioning. I just felt the effectiveness wasn't there, and Boboka spamming them Jayos as IG about to take mega creeps.
Boboka showing that he is not just a Monkey King player. 4, 2, and 15. He might overextend here, but it's okay for IG. They've already gotten the megas. We have seen some mega creep comebacks, but down 30k gold. You'll probably need 4 or 5 fights to turn it, and Liquid do lose 1. They'll sound the GG. IG dominant to open up TI. What more is there to say? There were a lot of question marks around this team, Lumi, but I think Valve recognized, we all knew they were capable of greatness. Some questioned the direct invite, but they, I think, show here, and they showed it in the group stage. They are a solid squad. They are not a one-patch team. And now Liquid has to go back to the drawing board heading into that game number 2.
Yeah, it's just the way that they did it this game. I don't think they made a single mistake. And something that PPE brought up in the panel is that when they win as a unit. And we saw that everybody showed up and played, starting from Q's first blood on the bottom lane to OP, all the way carrying the game. I felt like all of IG showed up, and they play super well.
So I think Boboka probably the standout player here, and along with that, the overall strategy around it. Like, he individually did more in the laning stage than, and even through the mid game, than pretty much anyone else.
I say if I have to give the MVP, I'll give it to Q for his draft.
All right, well, with that, we'll see what the analysts think. It's back to day 9 and the rest of the panel.
That was possibly the most one-sided game Team Liquid has been part of this entire tournament. Everything went perfectly for IG, and their draft created this beautiful combo of Ancient Apparition finishing off the Lasso Night Stalker hero. I mean, PPD, what a powerful draft to build Alchemist around.
Yeah, they showed up. That last pick, Alchemist, Liquid had no answer.
Yeah, that was remarkable. I mean, you know, you even mentioned the importance of having an answer to Lasso, and I feel like that really highlights how much it hurts to not have that answer.
They also didn't have a good way to invade the jungle. Like, Alchemist had a, what, 13-minute treads, armlet, radiance? That's an incredibly good timing. Yeah, they played the Alch strat to perfection. I also love how clowny Baboka is. They were like pushing Hurricane. I was like, that just happened. Fight under the tower.
He would not stop using the chat wheel all game long. We're going to look for that in game 2. I mean, Aka, I want to ask, was there something Team Liquid could have done once they entered the match, or was it just the draft for IG was so strong?
I think they got a bit behind from the lanes, but they tried to catch up, but they couldn't have, they didn't get the a space for it. The Batrider was finding you, he was getting kills all over the place, and the supports were dying, and Liquid